experiential learning, project-based learning, interdisciplinary studies, self-designed majors. You've heard these phrases before, maybe even at another college visit. Many of them originated at Hampshire College.
If anything is going to make this community, Hampshire College, different from or better than any other college, it will be the willingness of the students to get involved. We want students who want to make their education more than they want to just take it.
In 1958, the presidents of Amherst College, Mount Holyoke College, Smith College, and the University of Massachusetts convened a group of forward-thinking educators to draft a plan for an entirely new college, rethinking the assumptions of traditional higher education. This college would represent the first major departure in undergraduate education in over a century. As a laboratory for innovation and experimentation, Hampshire's model would be student-driven and inquiry-driven. It would emphasize critical analytical skills, research, and creativity, not rote memorization.
The student is viewed as a vessel into which experts pour knowledge, right? And it's preset knowledge that's been pre-digested, and it gets poured into the student's head, and the student is tested on it, and if they get it, then we say job done. It's pretty much dictated to you what you're supposed to read, what you're supposed to write. The Hampshire model is pretty much the opposite of that.
At Hampshire, students are taught how to learn. You are empowered to challenge the status quo, develop a deep sense of self, tackle complex, critical problems in the world, and be a force for positive change. You discover how your interests and skill sets can fashion a better life for yourself and others. As our founders envisioned, our students are uniquely prepared for the age of acceleration, a future where economies, industry, society, and culture are ever evolving.
There's something about the education here that if the student can claim it as their own and shape their own questions, choose their own faculty to work with, it leads them to have a kind of both humility about what they don't know and confidence to try things that look impossible.
Hampshire has been recognized by Forbes as one of the most entrepreneurial colleges in the United States, with 1 in 4 of our alumni going on to start their own business or organization. According to the National Science Foundation, we're in the top % of colleges whose students go on to earn PhDs.
I actually found my Hampshire experience to be harder than my master's in fine arts. So the rigor particularly my Division III rigor, was just as hard, if not harder, than my master's thesis. Using other people to help me sharpen my skills really, I think, pushed my thinking and my making and my writing forward.
We are a founding member of Colleges That Change Lives and are recognized internationally for leadership in innovative pedagogy, community engagement, design thinking, entrepreneurship, and sustainability. Recently, Hampshire won the American Ecological Engineering Society's Student Design Challenge. Our team, competing against graduate and PhD candidates, was the only undergraduate team, and they had all just finished their first year at Hampshire.
At any other school where you take a science class and there's a lab component to it, the results are already known, you're not discovering anything new. At Hampshire, all the work that we were doing was original research. The lab reports that you write actually matter.
At Hampshire, you're responsible for designing a customized program of study. In close collaboration with faculty, you'll build a concentration tailored to your interests, experiences, and aspirations. There are no departments. Courses are designed to cut across boundaries and tackle specific issues.
If you come from a background of taking a class, studying for a test, and taking that test and that being the extent of your educational experience, Hampshire is nowhere near like that.
You'll build your education on questions that drive you, working alongside faculty as advisors, mentors, even collaborators. To mirror the natural process of learning, we organize your 4 years at Hampshire into 3 distinct stages of study, called divisions. The divisional system was designed by our founders as a scaffold to support students in creating a truly innovative self-designed major.
In Division 1, the first year, you're introduced to various ways of thinking, learning, and knowing, building essential skills for research, discussion, and exploration. In Division 2, the second and third years, you'll begin deep inquiry into your own interests and the larger questions that drive you. You'll make connections across disciplines through rigorous coursework and projects, independent studies, community engagement, and more. Division 3, the final year, culminates in a year-long project mirroring a master's thesis. You're asked to create new knowledge and better the communities around you.
You talk to any of the Division III students, and it's amazing to hear them talk about their work. They've had to think about it, they've had to guide it, they've had to create it, whether they're working with other people or just themselves. They've taken ownership of their education, and they've had to make decisions about why they're doing things and reflect on that.
Hampshire's whole model is based on the risks that are necessary to graduate from knowledge, the mere accumulation of knowledge, to synthesizing that knowledge into real understanding, figuring out what I needed, who I was, very Socratic, who are you? Who are you? And then figuring out how to become what I was supposed to become.